friends, welcome back to my channel. It feels so good to be able to say that. My hiatus is the longest it's ever been, and it was so unintentional. The long and short of it is my camera broke, the lens wouldn't focus anymore, and I had a warranty, so I sent it in. They sent it back to me. It still didn't work, so I had to send it back to them, and that whole process is why I have been without any videos. I was feeling ambitious and was thinking that I could film on my phone, but I don't have any phone storage, so that didn't work. But I am back. I am so excited. We are doing a massive Bath & Body Works trash talk. Ben and I have flown through a number of products, so let's waste no more time and jump into it. I'm going to start with the largest category. I'm sure it will be of no surprise to you, hand soaps. Because we are basically staying home all the time and washing our hands all the time, we have flown through my stockpile of hand soaps. So I have a weird array. I've got this iced cinnamon roll. Originally, I was trying to save this for next winter, but I figured I may as well just try to go through as many of my hand soaps as possible and not dip into my favorites, because what if I can't restock them? Because weirdly enough, I am getting to a point where I'm getting kind of low, and I don't know when in Massachusetts they're going to allow retail stores to open. I know gyms, for example, the one thing I think I miss the most, it's been the hardest thing for me, aren't being allowed to open until the end of June. And if they're that low on the priority, I have to imagine Bath & Body Works is not above them, but who knows? So I have iced cinnamon roll. This I thought was gonna be a much more just overall intense scent. It didn't really come across that strong on my hands, which some people might like, so you maybe have liked that, but I just expect better longevity and just scent on my hands. It was fine, nothing that I think I would buy again. I just wasn't really into it. We also have Frozen Lake. I don't like this one. This was sitting in our kitchen. Basically, hand soaps that I don't really love go in the kitchen because they don't get used that quickly. Most of our hand washing, since we only have 2 sinks in my apartment, bathroom or kitchen, most of the times I'm washing my hands in the bathroom, so that's where I use up a lot of soap. So anything that gets in the kitchen basically sits there for a long time because I only really wash my hands when I'm cooking, and I only cook 1 day a week because I cook for the whole week when I do it. So this sat around for a long time. I don't really care for this because it just smells like men's cologne. Ben likes scents like this, but they're not my favorite. A few more winter ones. I also pulled out this Mary Cookie. I figured this was the oldest hand soap that I had in my collection, and I hadn't really wanted to pull it out, so I figured I may as well just try to use it now while we're washing our hands a ton so that we will go through it really fast. I don't know why I don't like this. I should like this scent, but to me, I guess it's just sort of like a blasé kind of bakery hand soap scent. It's nothing super noteworthy. It's just sort of like a watered down bakery, and I don't love it. So I wouldn't get this one again. And then lastly, we have Toasted Vanilla Chai from my winter series that we've been working on. This one was fine. It's a little bit better than iced cinnamon roll, but not by much. I don't know, I just don't think I love cinnamon in my hand soaps. I don't think it's my favorite, so I wouldn't get this again, but I found with this line, it was really more the packaging that sold me than the actual scents. 3 more hand soaps. Yeah, we've just been crushing it here. I have the Lavender Rose. Love this. I don't know why I like this in body care so much, because the candle didn't really do it for me, but I feel like the lavender is really sweet in here, and it's not very herbally. I really don't like herbally lavender scents. That's why I don't typically like lavender. So this was great. I think we have 1 or 2 more in this scent, so plenty of this left. Then there is White Jasmine in this wraparound packaging. Gotta tell you, wraparound packaging is challenging for me because I can't see my progress, and that is really not satisfying. I would much prefer to have even some kind of slit so I can see how far or how much I have left. But this was nice. This is a really lovely, yeah. I feel like I would very much like this floral scent as a body care. I'm finding that as I am progressing through more of like my summer body care, as I'm starting to pull that out, I'm finding that I really prefer the isolation of floral scents versus a lot of the fruity floral that I have mixed together. I think as I grow more mature and older, I just prefer more of the standalone flower fragrances, and this is that. This was awesome. I don't think this is worth, I think this was when they started to increase the hand soaps to $7.50. I don't think the wraparound packaging makes it worth that, but I like the scent. And then lastly, my favorite hand soap that I went through is from the aromatherapy line. It's Passion, which is Tuberose, Absolute, and Ylang Ylang oil. You guys, this is such a like soft, relaxing scent, which I'm sure is because it's in the aromatherapy line, but these two scents, I loved it. I kept smelling my hands. This is absolutely something I want in body care. I feel like as a lotion at night, applying this before going to bed, I don't know what it is, but I find this scent really soothing and really relaxing. I do know that I like Tuberose. They used to have a body care 100 years ago. I'm talking like maybe 2010. Like I think I was either right at the end of high school and in college, or maybe they even retired it when I was in high school. I don't remember. It was a long time ago. Velvet Tuberose. I loved that scent. I love this scent. I absolutely want it in body care. Once my store's open, I probably will scoop it up in some fashion, or if they do an online aromatherapy sale, I probably would snag it. I'm also curious, they have, I think it's it's Magnolia Rose. That also sounds good. I would like to smell that. So this was a real winner. Really wish I had another one of this. The candle was not great. The candle was like too light. You couldn't get enough throw, but this is where it's at. Whew, that was a lot there. Let's do the two that Ben has finished up. He did the Whitewater Rush Hair and Body Wash 2-in-1 for men, and he has the Midnight Body Lotion. I'm gonna be honest, maybe I don't have a sensitive enough nose for men's care, but I really feel like their men's care kind of all smells the same. I really like this. This was a very much of a like Adidas cologne type scent. It's really strong. I will say the men's line, when Ben like would open the shower curtain, because we shower with the bathroom door open, as long as no one's here, which no one's ever here now because of the situation. Anyways, as soon as he opens the shower curtain, like it doesn't matter where I am in the apartment, I can smell this coming off of him, and I really did like it. As far as Midnight, again, this just smells more like a woodsier cologne. Like it definitely has pine, which we all know how much I love balsam fir. Like it definitely has that note in there, but I mean, when these were both on his body, I'm not picking up on different scent notes, but he liked them. They're good quality. He has a bunch of Bath & Body Works stuff because we started to compile it when it started to go on sale during some annual time, so he's got more to work on. As far as me, I have two lotions. I have Pink Lemonade Fizz. This was a lotion I pulled out at the end of last summer, right as we were turning into the colder months, and I had the intention of mixing this with oil, and I just didn't. I kind of accepted at that point that I was going to want to use all of my body creams first before I started mixing lotions with oil. So this is sat, and as soon as we turned slightly into the warmer, May's been kind of a weird, cold, warm month. Like we have really cold days and really warm days, whatever. So I pulled this out to finish using it, and it's a nice scent. I really like a lot of the scents that were in this fizz or drink line. They had like a straw. They had like a straw for the fine fragrance mist. I think it was like a drink body care line. It was great. This is one of the ones I got. It's not as good as Cotton Lemonade. I really loved that scent over this one, but it's still a good lemon scent, but not too intense. Like it has a really nice sweetness to it, but not too lemon, like cleaner lemon. So I really liked it. Sad that it's gone, but it was a good way to kick off my lotion collection by finishing this up so quickly. I do have a body cream though. It is the Rosewater Meringue. Oh yeah. Yeah, this is such a good scent. It smells exactly like the candle. I'm really happy that I have this as a fine fragrance mist. I don't plan on using it as a perfume. I'll use it as a room spray or a car spray. But here's what I'll say. This is really like intense. I couldn't binge this. I'm really glad I only had one. Truthfully, I wish I had a second in the sense that I wouldn't use it right away. I would just save it. But I gotta tell you, it has been a long time since I have used a body cream so shortly after purchasing it. Like, I got this during a semi-annual sale in the winter, so at the latest I got it in January. We're talking it's now May and I've used this. That's within 6 months. That doesn't happen very often for me. And the texture of this was so like lovely. Like, it was so soft and creamy and easy, like really like pleasant to rub into the skin. And I gotta tell you, other body creams I've used, and it's maybe because they were older, they didn't have the like smoothness that this had. So I need you guys to tell me, is that just unique to this body cream, or is it because it was so fresh? Like, I used it so quickly after purchasing it, because it was a very lovely texture, like noticeably lovely compared to other body creams I've used up where the texture was nice, but like I didn't think it was anything to discuss with you, but this was discuss worthy. So I'm glad I used it. I think if I was to pick between two rose scents that I could use more repeatedly, I think Champagne Rose. I didn't feel that way when I first used Champagne Rose up, but I think it's a little less intense. It's a little less like slap you in the face. Like, I can smell this on my pajamas for days after I've applied it and worn it to bed. So I feel like this is just a little bit too intense for me to want all the time, but I still loved it. Okay, I got some shower products before we move on to candles. So I had both of these in my project Use It Up. First one that I had was from the aromatherapy line. It was the Moisturizing Body Wash, Rose and Vanilla. As I predicted, I whipped through this. This is a lovely texture, but I don't find it so superiorly moisturizing that it's worth buying this over a shower gel. Granted, they come with the same amount of product, and I'm pretty sure they're within the same price point, maybe like a $1 difference. I don't know for certain, but I whipped through it. I definitely find that with creamier products, I just am so like generous with slathering it over my body. I treated it like the Nivea in shower lotion, but it's not. I couldn't not put lotion on after using this, so I wouldn't get these again. I would just go with shower gel. Second shower gel that I have is the Warm Vanilla Sugar. Yes, your girl finished this. If you're wondering why it has this like creamy color to it, I dumped another shower gel whose packaging I did not like into here and finished that off and then brought it into this trash talk. This is a fine scent, a generic scent, a basic scent. I was happy with it, and that's all. Okay, now let's move on to candles. I've got a weird situation to share with you. I basically have burned through every candle that I owned, with the exception of 3. I only have 3 candles from Bath & Body Works. 2 are Rosewater Meringue, and 1 is the Love Candle. No one's surprised. And I opted to not burn them as soon as I could because I wanted to dig very heavily into my wax melt. I think that's been the most positive thing that's come out of me staying home all the time is I have been chewing through wax melts as opposed to purchasing candles, and it's been very nice. But I do have 7 candles. Yeah, 7 candles that I have burned through. So similar to hand soaps, I just decided I wanted to burn all the candles, season be damned. So I have 2 of the hot cocoa and cream. I purchased both of these during semi-annual sale with the intent to keep them for next winter. That's been a thing I've been doing lately where I've just been buying scents that maybe aren't appropriate for the season at the time, but I can just save and not repurchase or have to wait for a sale when they do come back in season. So that was the purpose of these, but just wanted to burn my little heart out, so I did. This burned okay. It just wasn't the greatest burn. I'm starting to notice that with Bath & Body Works candles, the first iteration of a scent in a collection that year is the best, and then the iterations or the batches after that don't perform as well. So these were obviously batches that came out after the first round of this particularly packaged candle, and they were okay. They weren't the best performers. I did have some puny wicks. You can see here that I do have a pretty considerable amount of wax, but I just am not going to fuss with it. They smelled nice. They smelled like hot cocoa and cream. The performance of them was just okay. Then I have a cucumber and lily. I don't love the packaging of this. This was an okay one. I found that the wicks didn't seem like they were drifting, but I have this like sooty patch right along here. It was definitely a sooty burning candle, but the scent of it was nice. I did appreciate the smell. It basically to me smelled like Herbal Essences shampoo, and I'm a fan of that. I wouldn't get this again. It's a one and done. I can do it basically once a year. It's kind of like fresh cut lilacs. I can do about one of those a year, and then I'm pretty satisfied with that type of scent. So happy that I had it, but not the most outstanding candle. We also come to my rose candles. I did burn a Love Rose and Vanilla, but this was not a beautiful burn. This is probably one of the worst performing Love candles that I've had. The scent of it was nice. The scent throw wasn't as strong as usual, and it just very squidgy, like sooting. It just wasn't the best performer, wasn't the best burner, but you guys know I'm a sucker for this scent, and I do have one more of these. And then I also burned a Rosewater Meringue. This, yeah, fierce, beautiful performance, burned without any problems. It was such a strong smelling candle that I had it in my bedroom, but I was smelling it in my living room. Very, very intense, very, very happy with it. I have two more of these, and I'm kind of savoring them because I don't think it's gonna come back. When I was looking at the website when they were posting like that brand new oddly released bakery collection, which I kind of just missed out on, which I'm okay with because I don't like paying for shipping, blah, 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 blah. There were still Rosewater meringues on the website for this, and this collection has been out since, I think, February. These rolled into stores, so that to me is not a great sign. I don't think this is going to come back again, so I would like to have maybe one more before I'm willing to burn any of them, or maybe like I might want to try to chop up one now that I'm actually making serious progress on my wax melting collection. So we'll see, but this was great. Highly recommend it. Just like the body care, it's good. Speaking of wax melts, I have this Lavender Macaron candle. Basically, I think it was 2 years ago that I got hooked on the idea that you could get these for really cheap during the SAS because they only use these to help people decide on purchasing products that you can't just open and smell. So I grabbed a bunch of these, and they're really easy to get the wax out of. You toss it in the freezer for like 10 minutes, and then literally you just go like this and the wax just falls right out. Super simple. It's a lot less involved than a 3-wick candle, and you also get plenty of wax off of this a 3-wick candle, the wax that you could chunk up and melt, you would have that wax for a very, very long time, which for some people could be a benefit. Like for me, the Rosewater Meringue candle, that could be a great benefit. And if you can't find that wax in a third-party form, it's good for you. But I like the idea of just small amounts. Well, I bought a bunch of them, I cut the wax up, and then I just didn't melt them. So as I've been going through and melting stuff, I decided to pull this one out. This one was okay. It didn't really do a lot for me. I don't think I would have wanted a full size of it. Again, it's got lavender in it, so I don't know why I was so compelled to try. I think there was a lot of hype with this scent, if I'm remembering correctly, but as a wax, it's great. Like I didn't have any burn issues, obviously, because I melted it, and it had a really long scent throw. It was very room filling, so a lot of positives for it as wax. I just didn't love the scent. All right, guys, like I said, a ton of empties because it has been so long since I filmed, and I have just been barreling my way through product. I am so happy to be back. Looking forward to giving you guys all the content. I kept writing down video ideas while I was unable to film, so I am super jazzed to be back here, back to regular programming, and I hope that you enjoyed seeing these products. I will talk to you in my next video real soon. Bye.